Major topic for the Minnesota Vikings this offseason is a contract extension for Justin freaking Jefferson. Wide receiver 1 in the league. He's eligible for a new deal now that he served 3 years in the NFL and technically has 1 year left on his rookie deal with a 5th-year option, which obviously the Vikings would pick up if it came to it. But Jefferson says he wants to be here in purple. Kevin O'Connell as well as Kwesi has said obviously they want him here long term because, I mean, that's their jobs. It is. So getting a deal done with Jefferson makes sense, especially if you can get it done a year early, you might save a little bit of money. And Jefferson, he's never struck me as a player who is all about the money, where obviously he wants to be treated fairly and have that respect, but I don't think that he's going to try and vacuum up every single penny either. So I think he just wants to be taken care of fairly and treated fairly, and I think the Vikings certainly want to do that. But yeah, there hasn't been any rumors or speculation that or reports that extension talks have taken off, but also it hasn't really been contentious at all, as you've seen contract negotiations certainly can. And we have a rule of thumb. When it's quiet, things are going well, or there's an understanding. When things are loud, that means things aren't going very well. But also, a weird anomaly. So Jefferson is technically the 3rd highest paid receiver on the team this year. Now, yes, he is behind Jalen Reagor by a couple of dollars because Reagor was taken 1 spot ahead of him in the 2020 NFL Draft first round. But also, 2020 5th-round pick KJ has a sizable base salary of $2.743 million. Now, the anomaly is because KJ earned a $1.01 million performance-based pay raise, which the new CBA allows for non-first-round picks if they perform in the first 3 years of their deal. They get a nice little bump up in the 4th year of their contract. So that's why KJ, highest paid receiver on the team. Woo! Love to see it, man. But Jefferson last year and first 3 years in the season in his career, led the NFL in catches and yards, franchise records in both categories, which is kind of impressive when you have a franchise that has Chris Carter and Randy Moss. Led the NFL in yards after catch, led the NFL in 20-plus yard catches, led the NFL in first downs, 2022 NFL Offensive Player of the Year, also got some MVP vote loved. He was MVP finalist since they do ranked choice voting now, as well as he has the most receiving yards through 3 seasons, 48-25. He's going to be the fastest player to 5,000 yards receiving, and also he has the most 100-yard games through 3 seasons with 24. Fun fact, he actually has the most 100-yard games through 4 seasons as well, as Randy Moss has had 23 through 4 years, first 4 years in purple, which is kind of amazing. And Spot Rack, generally they're pretty good about this, but they estimate his current market value at $26.7 million. Now, that's low. Certainly low, and I think part of that is looking around where he would be getting paid a year early with the 5th-year option, so technically he has 2 years left on his contract. Maybe that's factored in, sure, but $26 million and change will put him about the A.J. Brown territory, the Cooper Kupp type territory. I think 100%, just given market inflation, as well as he's the best receiver on the STAM list. He deserves to be paid as the highest wide receiver in NFL history. So I think that's the starting point. Also, kind of a weird anomaly. So Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Nuke Hopkins, and Cooper Kupp, all 4 of them are the highest paid receivers in the league by average, and all 4 contracts were signed when they were 28-plus years old. So it's their 2nd big contract, 3rd contract total overall, but they set themselves up to get paid, and I think that's something that Jefferson and his agents are going to look at. But like I said, Jefferson has always struck me as a guy who, obviously the money is important, but the passion and the love of the game is more important. And I know that sounds corny, but it does. Like, the fact that he drives around Florida and Louisiana in the offseason and just goes and plays pickup ball. I mean, that's what he does. And I think that he wants to be treated fairly, but what if something weird happens? Like, what if he signs a super long mega deal like Mahomes' 10-year deal, $500 million with the Chiefs, or Tyron Smith's 8-year deal with the Cowboys, where short contracts benefit the player, where short contracts, so if you have a 4 or 5 year deal, they're stupid, right? 4, 5, 6 year deal, don't do it if you're a player, because all the guaranteed money is going to be compressed in the 1st or 2nd year, and then the remaining years are just going to be toilet paper, where there's no guaranteed money, your base salary is going to be below market rate, and the team has full control. Where since there's no guaranteed money left, the dead cap is all that is, the proration of the signing bonus, so they have full control. So it's stupid. And It's like Zadarius Smith 3-year deal when it was really a 1-year deal. Don't do that. No, sign short deals with guaranteed money. The only reason to sign 5-6-year deals is because of the agent's ego. It's like, hey, look what I got my client, even though it's stupid. But it would make sense for Jefferson to sign a short deal, but maybe he just gets nuts. Maybe he just signs like a 10-year deal with the Vikings. Like, I don't want to worry about it anymore, and the Vikings certainly will welcome it. But I don't know, my estimate right now, I think he does become the highest paid receiver in the game. I think this does get done this offseason. So I think it'd be a 4-year, $124 million deal, fully guaranteed. Yes, and I understand that's a risk, but it sort of is what it is. And the Vikings, if they add void years, they can certainly mitigate some of that cap hit, but he's worth every single penny. He truly, truly is. And also, 4 years, he'd be on the contract through 2027 if they just completely nix the 5th-year option but play out the last year of his rookie contract. And then he would be 29 years old when he's finna get paid again. And that's exactly what happened with Davante Adams. That's exactly what happened to a degree with Tyreek, Nuke, and Cooper Kupp as well. So I think it would set him up smartly for one last major payday as he crosses the 30-year-old threshold. But Jefferson, I'm not worried. Like, I've been worried in contract negotiations before with some players. I ain't worried at all about Jefferson because I think that he understands his value, but also he understands that he wants to be here. And also he understands that there's a salary cap and the team obviously wants to take care of him. Just please make him happy with the next quarterback because that's a major factor too. That's all, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. How much is Justin Jefferson going to get on his extension? Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.